Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 29th. We're just going to jump right in here, Aries. And in your current general energies, you have this autumn time card. It says things will fall into place. An unwanted change must occur first. You have this next month card. You're on your way to victory. Keep up the good work. I kind of feel like you've already gone through some sort of unwanted change in your life here. And, let's look into it. You have the Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Could have been a third-party situation. Could also just be something that you're conflicted about here. I get the feeling, like, especially in work or business here, Aries, it's like, I get the, if you're conflicted about the work that you do or, about something that you've recently started, if you want to continue doing it, or it's like, I don't know, I get the sense of trying to balance something out, so if you have like a business or a career, or just work, I feel like you maybe it's like you've been trying to, find your balance, and you literally have the Two of Pentacles right here, which is all about finding your balance. So, that's kind of like the feeling I get here. Yeah, you're actually going to end with 3 cards there, so we'll take it. But, it looks like you're going in the right direction, though. I would encourage you, for those of you, by the way, I'm just going to say this. For those of you that added something onto your business, like if you're doing something extra, or, just like the feeling that I get here, Aries, I don't know how to say it. It's like if you're doing something extra, or, if you're at the beginning of something, that's like the word I'm hearing on the Page of Swords for some reason. I don't know why necessarily. I mean, Page of Swords isn't necessarily a beginner card or beginning card or anything like that, but I keep getting something about beginner or beginning or something like that, those are the words that I'm getting. So it's like you've started something new, or, like in business, and, for a lot of you, I feel like maybe you've added something onto your business, and, I kind of feel like this is saying you're not sure how things are going, but I would like keep going forward. I don't know. It's very specific. Might only be for some of you. For others, there's something about children here as well. Some of you could be dealing with children, or you could be wanting to have a child, or hoping to have children in the future. You have the Empress, you have the Child card, the Official Person card. I don't know, I'm just like putting it all together here. Some of you could be having children with an official person in the future, so if you want children, that looks good. But for some reason, it's like popping into my head that it's been popping into your head recently. So, I don't know. I'm not saying you are running out of time here, Aries, to have children, but I'm just saying, like, I'm wondering if some of you are like worried about time and children. And if you don't want children, that's fine. It could be that you're like worried about, birthing something. So, again, if you're hoping to like birth, new business, or, some sort of change in your career, I kind of almost have like fears popping into my head. Mostly, I don't know, it's kind of weird because you have the Devil here, and the Devil's where I'm getting fears. So, again, let's keep putting this together. You have the Five of Wands, conflicted. For those of you that have started something new, like in your business, I just see you like adding something on. And I'm pretty sure I said this to you last time, where it's like maybe you've had a business or something you work on, and maybe you added like an additional service or whatever. I am getting like, I feel like you need to keep going, like don't stop. With that Two of Pentacles, I said it before the Two of Pentacles, it's almost like I was getting balance or something. Like you're trying to find the balance point, or you're trying to find out how you can balance the additional, if it's a service that you added on, the additional service, or if it's something else you're doing. It's like you're trying to figure out how to balance those things out. And I would keep learning is what this is saying, like keep going. You have the Three of Cups, could represent teamwork as well. So, again, if you have added something onto your business, this could represent learning from people, or, getting help from a person. So maybe you need to hire a person if it's business. For others, I just feel there are going to be a lot of reasons for you to celebrate in the very near future. You go Ace of Cups to the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Empress, the World. I mean, really good cards in this reading, Aries. So I feel that there could be a celebration, and it could be in love as well, and it could involve children. Either you have children, or maybe you're attracting a person who has children. If that's not the case, again, I just feel some of you, obviously not all of you, but some of you are thinking about having children. With the Page of Swords, you have the Sun. The Sun is a card of happiness, and everybody's had the Sun this week, which is really nice. Maybe not every single sign, but a lot of signs. So I like when that happens. It kind of suggests that maybe it's like a little bit nicer of an energy this week, and, things could be, going very well. This week. With the Five of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands, and it like literally a balancing point. Five of Wands, Ten of Wands, like everything that I was saying. And, something feels like a responsibility. Something feels maybe like it's too much. And I feel like this is saying that you just haven't figured out how to balance it out yet. So don't give up, especially in business or career. Like if you've taken on extra responsibilities or something like that, I really feel for whatever reason, it's like whatever you're doing is going to make you very successful in the near future, or it could just add to your success or whatever. And I feel this is saying that you just haven't figured out how to balance the two things out yet. So, I would experiment, try new ways of doing things. Maybe you're making something too complicated, or, you're like, let's say you added on a service. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it needs to be less, right? And, that's kind of, that's kind of like what I get here. I hope that makes sense. It's like, I don't know, I've worked with like a lot of businesses over the years. And again, it's like when they want to charge a lot for their service or whatever, it's like they add a bunch of stuff in, and but there are other companies that just offer very straightforward, services, and those are the ones that do the best, and they still charge a lot for just very straightforward service. And it's like, that's kind of like what I'm getting here is that, especially in business or career, it's like you don't necessarily have to go above and beyond. I feel you just have to do a good job at like something very straightforward, and that's enough. So, something to think about. With the Three of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords. No rushing back to the past here. Knight of Swords is traditionally going this way. He's aiming normally this way towards the past. So sometimes I feel that he can represent kind of running back to the past, and I feel like this is saying, don't do that. You have this Divine Intelligence card. It says, to connect to your higher self, you must first create the space to listen. You have this Crescent Moon card. It says, as the moon grows, so can your wealth, health, and happiness. Stay positive. There you go. I feel that some of you, there's clearly increases in health, wealth, and happiness. I do feel like you need to connect more. I feel like this card, the Divine Intelligence card, is like more important than this card. It's almost like this is just something that's going to happen, as time moves forward. If you want it to happen faster, I feel you have to tap into your higher self. You must first create space to listen. So, I think anything you can do to meditate, to get out of your head, to, and especially what's popping into my head as well for you, Aries, is like if there are days where you need to take a day off or whatever, I would do it. Even if you can't take a day off, maybe you could just take, 5 minutes to go sit in a closet and meditate or something like that, right? And I know that sounds silly, but, I feel it would be very helpful, and I feel it will really kind of give you some answers. Sometimes I also think listening, and, I'm very passionate about this right now because of the astrology. I think listening right now means following your inspirations. And I talk about this all the time, again, because I really feel that the only way we're going to know what to do with our life moving through the next 20 years is to listen to our inspirations. It's like the only, I think solid bit of information that we can get. But so it's like the more we listen to our inspirations, the more inspirations we get from like the universe, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. But if we don't listen, then we don't get them. So, I would like listen to those moments where you just feel inspired to watch a movie, or you feel inspired to go for a walk or whatever. And I would do more of the activities that create more inspiration. Like if you feel best going for a walk, I would go for a walk, right? Or if it's whatever it is. In this row, you have the Devil, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Kind of weird. I do feel this could be love that you're taking a risk on. Could be a Capricorn. You have Capricorn, Taurus here stand out to me. So Earth, I would say, could be a Leo. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Capricorn stand out to me with the World at the end. So take it how it resonates. But I don't know. I kind of feel like you could end up taking a risk on someone here. And the risk for you, I feel, is just taking the leap of faith into the relationship. So, if you're doing that, I feel it's going to be very good for you. You have the Knight of Cups, like a knight in shining armor. I get like a very reserved energy here. I'm wondering if you're attracting someone. Look, there's a lot of love in this situation. You have the Ace of Cups. So, I feel like there's a lot of love here. Definitely could be an official person. I feel like this person's more like of a homebody type energy with that. I don't know why I get that in this row. I mean, that official person card, it's almost like the Emperor, you, Aries, but this person could be more of like a homebody. That's the energy I get. I also feel they're more reserved. I don't know. It's not like they're not outgoing. I feel, this gives me the vibes of like an introverted extrovert. It's like someone where it's like they need time to recharge like alone, but I feel like they can be extroverted at the same time. So I don't know, maybe that stands out to you. Like if you have a friend or if there's a person who is like that, then, it could definitely be that person if you're thinking about someone. but I feel like this person will make you very happy, so I would go for it. I also feel that you need more passion in your life with the Ace of Cups. I think we all do. All of a sudden, over the past like 6 months, I've been, getting this message, and we have the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance. And so I feel like if we're not doing things that we're passionate about, that we enjoy in life, then we are gonna get bogged down big time right now. Like even I've noticed in my personal life, it's like if I don't go do things that I enjoy during the day, like I prefer working. I just like working. Even on holidays, I work, right? But it's like this year, lately, it's like if I'm only working and I'm not doing, and if I don't take some time to do something I enjoy, then, things start to suffer. So, I would definitely say with the Two of Pentacles that it's time to, maybe create some balance and make sure you're doing things you love. You have the Six of Cups, which is like a turnaround. I feel there could be some improvements coming in for you. With the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, can represent childlike energy as well. You have the Page of Swords, you have that child card, you have the Six of Cups. Personally, I do not consider Six of Cups a card of going back to the past. As I always say, if you read, there are tons of books that say do not go back to the past with the Six of Cups. But to me, it can represent your inner child. And so, this reading could be saying that you need to tap more into your inner child this week and have more fun, or invite just a little bit of fun into your life, whatever that is. With the Devil, you have the Emperor. There you go. Definitely could be you and a divine counterpart right here. You have the Emperor and the Empress. Definitely could be a Capricorn. It could be a person who has a lot of Capricorn in their chart or something like that as well. You've been getting out of all the signs, you've been getting the most love. So, it might just be that time. Some of you might be saying, I refuse to allow love into my life, or, maybe you're saying you don't want love, but there could be someone coming in that you just can't ignore. So, that could happen. And look, as I say that, with the Ace of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. It's like you're probably conflicted about love. The Five of Wands with the Ace of Cups would say, if you are conflicted about love, it could be because you're doubting what you have learned. I mean, Five of Wands is really a card of education and learning, because normally the people on this card, it's like they're fighting with wands. They're not using swords. So they are learning how to fight. They are training. And, I feel like this reading is saying, like, you're ready if you want it. And if you think you want it, if you're, again, some of you, I don't know, I got that message that you feel like, I'm not saying you are running out of time, but I got that message at the beginning. Some of you are like, oh my God, I want children, I don't have time. Obviously, that's not going to be true for all of you. So, but for those of you that are thinking that, I feel like you have plenty of time, number one. Number two, definitely don't rush into something because of that. But what I would say is, I feel like this is saying, you need to trust what you have learned, You need to trust that you have learned, like, what to look out for. It's like really deep down inside, And, I say this to people all the time. It's like every single person that I've been in a relationship with, it's like they told me exactly what was going to happen, before it happened. It's like, it's like if we really listen to what they say, what people say, they have certain warning signs. They say certain words. They do have certain actions, right? And I always tell people, it's like, this does not mean, I don't regret any one of my relationships. It's like, this does not mean we shouldn't get into those relationships. I believe life is about experiences, and it's like, if we listen to all these things, we would never have an experience, right? And so it's like, I don't regret it at all. And people do change. They might, who knows, you might run into a person who says something that kind of is like a little bit weird, but maybe over time they fall in love and things change, and that's probably the person you want to be with, is someone who's willing to change, who's willing to do the work, right? But what I would say here is, I feel like I think it's more about trusting yourself, right? It's like sometimes I think after going through a bunch of relationships or failures or whatever, we don't even trust ourselves anymore. We're just like, oh, everybody's like this, and, I can't trust anyone. I can't even trust myself because I fall head over heels for someone, and then they end up, leaving me, blindsiding me or whatever. And I get that energy here for you, Aries, this is why I'm saying it. But I feel like it's saying, no, you just need to trust yourself. Like I said, with the Six of Cups, you have the Hermit. Definitely could be an earth sign, or someone who has a ton of earth in their chart, whatever, because you have the Hermit. For others, I feel like it's kind of interesting. I don't even think that's you. I think that there could be a person who's coming out of hermit mode. So you could be meeting a person. Again, remember what I said about like introverted extrovert or something like that? You could be meeting a person who's like coming out of hermit mode as well. So, there you go. In the area of the unexpected, you have this official person card in this child card. So, what I would say here is, I kind of get a lot here. so let's say it. Let's talk about it. Number one, I feel like that official person could be you. This card always reminds me of the Emperor, or like Emperor energy, but I really feel you could be attracting an official person. For some of you, again, it is unexpected. So if you're not trying to get pregnant, you have the Empress, all that other stuff, I would definitely be careful here. Obviously, if you can't get pregnant, this message isn't for you. But if you can, then I would be careful. But the other thing is, and if you can get someone pregnant, then I would be careful. Wrap it before you tap it. That's like Minnow Pond rule number 6. So, definitely something to pay attention to. But on top of that, I do feel like some of you are becoming an official person. Like if you're birthing something new, a new creative idea, a new creative endeavor, those 3 cards are really good at the end. We'll talk about that. And I feel like it's almost like there's something coming in for you that you're going to be very proud of, but it's something you built, something that you've been working on for a long time. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Knight of Cups. The Two of Pentacles is like work hard, play hard. So I feel like you're creating a lot of balance and, kind of like balancing things out in your life with this card. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you as well, but, I kind of feel this is saying the more balance you create, the more abundance you're going to create. It's kind of like one of those weird rules of the universe where it's almost like I feel like saying work less, but that's not, completely accurate. But sometimes I think like if we want money, we think, I have to work harder. But, maybe that's not the case. Maybe the universe really wants to reward you and let you work less. But if you don't do it, then the universe isn't going to reward you. So I kind of feel this is more talking about balance. I feel if you feel like tired, if you feel like you need a vacation or even just like a staycation or something nice that you do for yourself, like, going and enjoying some activity or something, I would go do it because I feel like the universe will reward you for doing it. You have the Fool here. It's kind of cool that we go from the Fool to the World. In the Major Arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, and then when we hit the World, we start all over again as a Fool. So we're always going, through the Fool's journey, all the way through the Major Arcana. And it's like, I feel like you've completed a cycle very quickly in your life. You have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. Again, if you want love, I do feel like love could surprise you. Not as in, like, this is a surprise that's coming in for you. I feel it's more that if you're interested in a person, I feel that just the way they are, it's like, again, sometimes I think we can be interested in a person and it's like, okay, great, I'm interested in this person, whatever. But then I feel like as you get to know this person, they surprise you. It's like maybe they're just, it's kind of giving me the vibes of, maybe someone's a lot deeper than you thought. It's like you saw them one way when you start the relationship, but they end up being, much more than you expected. And, again, I feel like this is a good thing. Obviously, it's like they're much deeper or they're much more intense or much more, they're much more capable. I'm hearing all those words. So again, if you're interested in a person, I would go for it, especially if you know this person already, as I described them earlier. Let's see. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles, definitely Earth energy for sure. You have a ton of Capricorn here. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was a Capricorn or someone with a lot of Capricorn in their chart. I also am getting the word settlement. Some cards in the tarot I consider clue cards. The Two of Pentacles to me sometimes can be a clue for a settlement, as in, like if you're waiting for an insurance payout, a legal settlement, something like that. It could be one of those things. With the Fool, you have the Strength card. You've been very patient. Leo also stands out to me in this reading. Leo. You have even Sagittarius, so it could be another fire sign coming in for you, but take it how it resonates. Going this way, I feel like it's almost like some of you have conquered yourself, with that Emperor over the Devil. It's almost like you've conquered your own inner demons. The Strength card is also a card of conquering your demons. Normally that lady has her hands in the lion's mouth and the lion is submitting to her. And so it kind of suggests that she is getting something, like her inner demons, her inner critic she's making it submit to her. It's something she has to do every single day. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles here. I definitely feel something very stable, secure, coming in for you. I also feel like you're stabilizing your finances here, Aries. Pretty nice reading, I gotta say. At the end here, you have these 3 cards. That was close, Aries. I almost just lost that. You have this Ocean card. It says distance, journey. You have this Wheel card. It says endings, beginnings. Clearly, there's an ending in a beginning, or really, it's the other way around, but we'll talk about that. You have this Crown. It says success and pride on it. Again, I feel like something you're working on you're going to be very proud of it, and, obviously, it's going to be a good thing. If you're thinking about travel, I love it. For some of you, I feel like, two things. Number one, travel right here with the World and the Fool. So if you're interested in a person at a distance, I would go for it. I have college popping into my head. Like some of you, it's kind of weird. I have like a very specific story popping into my head that, maybe someone you are in, like if you're younger, someone went to college that moved away, and that could be your person, by the way. For others, I feel like this happened years ago. Like, maybe someone went to college and they moved and you've been thinking about this person recently. Could just be a person that you knew. And literally, I would contact this person or whatever because, I don't know, it's popping into my head. Very specific. And again, you would know if that's your story. It might only be for one of you. But you have the Empress, the World, and the Temperance card. Again, I feel like you find someone very attractive here with the Empress. Could be male, female, whatever gender, it doesn't matter. I feel like you see this person as very abundant, so, I would go for it. I feel like this person is specifically abundant in like every sense of the word. I feel like it's not just money. They're like actually an abundant person. I also feel there's clearly a lot of abundance that you're creating, but again, this abundance is going to come through the birth of something new, or again, if you've already birthed something new in your business or career, I feel like this is saying it's going to come through the balance that we've been talking about this whole time. You have the World, some sort of accomplishment coming in for you, so I feel like you're kind of like, and I also have the word securing. It's like you're securing your place in the world. I feel like you're really kind of making yourself more, it's not even about security. It's like, I feel like you're finding your place in the world, but it's like you're securing it. It's like you've been doing, the actions you've been doing are almost kind of guaranteeing, not really guaranteeing success, but guaranteeing your place in the world. You have the Temperance card here. I feel like you've been very patient, but it's like you've been patiently waiting for something. But I feel like saying worth the wait. It's like if this is a person, it's been worth the wait. With the Empress, you have the Seven of Cups. Again, this last row is the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. I personally like the Seven of Cups if we focus and coming up in the good stuff. I feel like you're focusing on the right things, and that's why you're probably attracting what you want. With the World, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, King of Wands card of adventure and going on some sort of adventure. So, I feel like there's some big adventures coming in for you. I also feel there's a lot of success. I kind of feel like this is you, again, securing your place in the world. With the Temperance card, you have the Two of Swords. Again, Two of Swords would say that you're finding a new place. Two of Swords, there's a new island behind the lady on the Two of Swords. And I always say we have to go to that new island. That's like the true meaning of the Two of Swords. It doesn't, a lot of people read it as like a stalemate, which, it does represent that. But, really it says that there's like a third place solution, as I always talk about. There's a better solution to like whatever it is that you're dealing with. You have this Tulip card. It says great passion. Yeah, if you're attracting love, I feel this person's going to sweep you up. Even, again, I'm not telling you what to do here, Aries. But even if you're sitting there saying, I'm never going to let love in my life again. Again, this person might come along. They might just look a little bit too good. And so you're like, I'll give it a chance, right? And again, don't be surprised if you like end up moving in with this person quickly or, if it happens quickly. Again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. You have this Apple card. It says temptation will test you. I would be careful of past temptation. It's been some weird energy about the past or like past people, so I'd be careful of that. You have this candle. It says you will be shown the way. You will be shown the way when you start, doing the things that I was talking about, like moving towards your passions or following your inspirations. But we have to put ourselves in a place of, basically being lucky. And, I feel like to do that, you have to follow your inspirations. You have this fly. It says a period of ill health or depression. I feel like this is what you're getting out of, is like this period of, feeling stuck and stagnant. You have this hills card. It says obstacles to overcome. These are just hills. They're not mountains. So again, don't turn molehills into mountains here. And, I feel like you need to kind of overcome things that you're working through. But overall, this is a very good reading, Aries. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.